Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John, and this video is going to be a quick video about the replacement discs that are coming for House on the Edge of the Park and also Hell of the Living Dead, aka Zombie Creeping Flesh. Now, what I've done is, and excuse my very limited editing techniques, try saying that to 10 pints. What I've done is I've done a sort of comparison between the old releases and these new releases, which are wrong. When I looked at these movies side by side, and bearing in mind I haven't watched this one because I've heard that it's got like sort of fake looking blood, I can see kind of where people are sort of saying that it's wrong, that this wrong. I do think it's nitpicking on some things. I'll talk about that in a minute. But first of all, Hell of the Living Dead, aka Zombie Creeping Flesh. What I did was I put this on. This is the original 88 one, and this is the 4K remastered one, which came out, and I thought it looked pretty good. Although I didn't really watch it and scrutinize it because I heard immediately that the blood on this did not look 100%. So what I did was I've taken a screenshot of the same picture from this one and put it against this one. And actually, when you do that, you can see a difference in the blood. So I'll show you what I mean by that. The first one you're going to see is a screenshot from this version. And now the same screenshot from this version. So on seeing these two clips together, actually this blood does look quite fake. And I think that was the gripe that this one had. The fact there's a lot of blood in this movie, and the people were saying that the blood just didn't look right. Now, as you can see from this one, I thought, well, maybe it's not that bad. But when I've looked at this one, which is a great Blu-ray actually, this one's very bright. Now, have the brightness increase in this one, like puts pay to some of the colours, maybe, because you see a lot more detail in this one than you do in this one. So 88 themselves have identified that that is the wrong colour for the blood. Probably the other colours might not be as good as well. So that's what the problem is with this release. So the problem with this disc, and 88 have said it is a problem, that it's the incorrect ratio on it. Now, when I have watched this fully, and I thought it was a spectacular release. When I thought, right, I'll go and have a look at this one, because I couldn't remember. I thought there might be black bars in it, it might be in 235 as opposed to 185. But I couldn't really tell the difference on here. Now, I think that the difference on here, and there is a difference, and we're talking millimeters here, is a slight difference. So first of all, I'll show you the screenshot from this one, the Severin Blu-ray, which is in the correct scope. Next up is the same screenshot from the 4K release from 88. From them two shots, you can see there is more information on this one, but I tell you what, it's very close. That's why I didn't recognize it when people were saying, oh, it's the wrong ratio. I thought, looked all right to me. So I think that's kind of nitpicking, but I don't mind. They're going to actually, 88 has said there is a problem with them, so they're going to send out the new discs. So how would you get the new discs? Well, if you bought from 88 themselves, and they've actually just got this from 88, they've got you on their system and they will get in touch with you. And that has happened to me on a few other ones like Arrow. They do just send them through the post. So you've got nothing to even do. Just sit back and wait till around about September. They will probably not even get in touch with you. You'll just have these shipped through the door. It'll be the 4K. I would imagine that actually the Blu-ray might have this this alteration as well. I don't really know about that one. So that could be you might get both discs or maybe just a 4K. And they will send that out to you. Now, if you're like me and you got this from HMV and you've got your receipt, all you've got to do is take a photograph of that receipt and send it to 88 Films. There's probably, I'll leave a link to the place where you go to, the address, which is 88, but there might be a separate address for that. And you take a photograph of the receipts. Now, funny enough, I haven't got the receipt for this one. I think it's in another package. Maybe I got them both together. I'll take a look at the receipts on Hell of the Living Dead, which I always quote Zombie Flesh is in my mind. So this is here. And if I haven't got the receipt, which I'll talk about in a minute, because I imagine there's quite a few people. No, there you go. I've got both of the receipts, both the films there on the receipt. So really all I need to do is take a photograph of that, screenshot or whatever, and send it off to 88 Films, and they will send me, when I get round to it, probably September time. There's no fixed date for this. they will send that to me. So that's how I'm going to get my two 4K extra discs. Now, I don't know if this applies to Blu-ray as well. There might be the Blu-rays as well. I'm not too sure about that, but I know I'm going to read off what it says on here. Improved discs will be ready for Hell of the Living Dead in the middle of September, and House on the Edge of the Park will follow soon after. It doesn't say anything about the 4Ks here. I'm saying when it says improved discs will be ready for them two titles, I'm imagining that it'll be the Blu-rays as well, because you do get the Blu-rays in with this, do you? I'll go and he says, yes, you do. And is it raining where you are? Because it's pouring down here. Yeah, you get the Blu-rays in here as well. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send that off to 88 Films and say, right, can I have them two discs? And they will send them off to me. Now, if you've got these and you bought them and you've thrown the receipt away and you didn't even know about this, or you've just got them recently and you didn't know this was a thing, I wouldn't imagine that any of the ones out now have got corrected. Well, I know they haven't got corrected disconnect. So if you're going to buy this tomorrow, even if you after seeing this, you might see it in a sale. Do pick it up. Keep your receipt though, because you'll need it. You can just send that off to 88 and you'll get your corrected discs. So it says here, if you no longer have proof of purchase, please return your old discs along with your preferred delivery address to 88 Films, Manor House. This is hard to see. I'll just put that up there. So you would send that to them, and they would. Please note we are unable to reimburse any postage costs, but no notifications will be sent when discs are dispatched, and the scheme ends on the 31st of March 2024. So you've got plenty of time to do this. Now, the best thing about this is, and especially with this one, I don't think the 88 could have played it a bit dumb about this and said, looks all right to me. And they wouldn't have been far off, if I'm honest. I do think that this is, and I tell you what, the 4K in here is absolutely brilliant. Fully uncut as well. And I think that 88 might have been able to sort of not play a fast one, but just say, look, we don't think this is in the wrong scope, even though there's a slight difference. But give them fair due. They said, okay, we'll send it all out to you. So to recap, if you got it from 88, sit tight, they'll send it to you. They send Hell of the Living Dead first, then House on the Edge of the Park to follow. If you're like me and you've got your receipt there, you just take a photograph of that and you send it off to, if you were bought elsewhere, like me, please email, and I'll leave that link down below, with your proof of purchase and preferred delivery address. So, and then if you don't have any proof of purchase, you just literally pick this off the shelf and you maybe CEX. That's a good thing, actually. If you've got this from CEX, I don't even know if your CEX voucher or your receipt will be valid. It probably will. But what you can do is you just send the disc back to them. I know it's a bit of a faff on and that, and I would imagine, yes, well, that's the thing. Maybe get in touch with them first and say, do I send you both of the discs off in here? Are they both ready for renewal? And I would imagine probably yes. So I'm pleased that they're doing this. I do think this is a little bit kind of unnecessary, personally speaking, but if you're going to get a sort of, I don't think it'll be any better. They'll just be getting a slight bit of information. But I do think, looking at this one, I do think that the 4K on here, the blood, and probably other colours, although it does look nice, they're just not right. So in that respect, and to be honest, when I looked through it, first of all, I never ever thought, oh, that blood looks off. But you know, people have said it, quite a few people have said it. So it is a thing. 88 says it is a thing with these two movies. So they are going to sort it out for us. So that's the end of that story. I've been asked, actually, quite a few people have got in touch with and says, have you got an email about this? And I thought, well, I have. And it's sort of a good way to sort of get this out and just say, look, this is what it is. And if you don't know about it, maybe you're seeing this video for the first time and you're saying, what's this all about? And you might have said, well, I just picked this up yesterday. I've picked up a dud. I don't think you have, but you will get this one. No matter how you've picked it up, you will get this one sorted. So there you go. And I think these are in the two for £30 sales actually in HMV, which is a great price and a lot cheaper than I paid for them. Anyway, so hopefully that'll help you out. And I just want to sort of get that out to you. And I know I'll be doing it. After this video, I'll be putting my order in or my sort of request in. So yeah, just a quick video. on the replacement disc programme from 88, try saying that after 20 pints. So, thanks for watching, you take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.